Hello there. Here's a position that came up in a match in Chicago. I've got it set up as a money game just to simplify the equities. And this was between two very fine players, and red has a 5-1 to play. How would you play it? I think there's really only three options. One is to hit off the ace point to avoid your opponent from uh, anchoring, and you'll win more gammons that way. Of course, if you get hit, you're quite possibly going to get gammoned if they can get out without breaking. Another option is to make the 2 point, and that limits white's chances of anchoring and will increase wins and gammons for red, provided that white doesn't roll a 1-6, giving him a 1-6 joker. And there is the more pedestrian or safer play of playing 10 to 5. That would be the everyone's first look for a 5 because you got a builder in here and you bring a checker in. And then the 1, of course, is outside. So which of those three plays do you like? Well, if you rule out the hitting play, good for you. That's very scary. The question really is it worth it to make the 2 point and give him just a 1-6? And the answer is no. It's not worth it, even though it's those two times out of 36. 1-6 and 6-1 are really two rolls out of 36 possible rolls. And each roll is worth 136 is worth about 2.7 something percent. So you can figure that you're looking at something a little under 6% of the time you're going to get hit. But it also has some other problems with the play. The right play is to make the more safe play at most normal match scores and money. And one of the reasons we run these things for unlimited games, or what's called money games, is you can apply that to match play pretty much the same. Even 15-9 is better, but you got to go a long way down before you make the 2 point. It's a 9% error, and hitting is quite a blunder in this position. This part's easy. What happens if the opponent has an open point, and this was actually the position? So the better player, of course, is much more tempted now to make a more aggressive play, because if you get hit or things go wrong, it isn't death. Of course, it wasn't death the other way either, but it's you have more opportunity to come in with a 5 and still win the game. Would this tempt you to make one of the other plays? Well, it tempted the very good player that I was watching, but it was the wrong play. It's just not worth the odds. And you still should make a safer play and come in and go for it next time. Really, there's 11 rolls that have a 1, and only those 11 rolls are really going to hurt you, and you have a very good chance of still finishing up the blitz and winning a lot of gammons that way. By the way, your gammon odds after you close the board, if white ends up with two checkers up in the bar, is a good reference position that everybody should know, is somewhere around 40%. Now let's take it one step further and give you a reason to maybe want to get hit if things go wrong, and this certainly does swing it closer. Now you have to do all kinds of rollouts and look at the score and gammon values, because now you can almost flip a coin between the top plays of whether or not you actually make the 2 point. Even hitting is only a .011. So it's all real close. Again, we'd have to do long rollouts, and it would depend. The score and the value of gammons would change things quite a bit. Another way to look at these positions to understand them is to take a position and hit these buttons here. This is an unlimited game. This is DMP. This is gammon save, where the player is leading and wants to not get gammoned and doesn't care about winning gammons. This is gammon go, where the player on roll is behind and really wants to win a gammon, and it doesn't matter to him if he loses a gammon. So that would be like 1 away, 2 away is the classic score for these. So, of course, if you're on gammon go, and winning a gammon is a huge factor in this game, then what do? Do you make this point? You don't make the safe play. There's a hint there. Do you hit to keep them from anchoring and take the risk of getting hit back, or do you make the 2 point? Here's the way you find out. You hit the button. I always hit ++ to find out, and you'll see the two plays are a toss-up. There is no difference This is showing the difference between the plays with plus plus. So again, you'd have to roll it out. And most of the time on checker plays, when you see it as a tie or this close, it'll stay pretty close on a rollout. That it's not going to be a huge difference between the plays, but if you really want to know the answer, you have to take the time to roll them out. You would highlight by holding down the control button the top two plays, hit your rollout button, hit OK, and then go have a cup of coffee and come back. How long the rollout takes is going to depend on the complexity of the position and how many possible ways there are to play from here. There aren't that many plays from here, so you can see the rollout's going pretty fast. I'm rolling it out 1,296 times at 3-ply, and what we're seeing, I can take a look at it right now by clicking on it, and it's turning out that the hit is leading slightly, 0.004. As you can see, we could probably roll this out forever, and it's not going to change much. It's going to be real close. So you can almost say, what's your preference here when it gets this close? Okay, I hope that was enlightening for you and gave you a little insight into this position. I posted this position on USBGF for all to see. This is a very short sample of the kinds of videos that are available 3 or 4 times a week to all USBGF members, and is one of the benefits of joining. So if you're not a member of the USBGF and you enjoy seeing videos like this from me, and I also have guest lecturers, I've had 2 or 3 lately from Matt Cohn-Geyer and John O'Hagan, and I've invited several other of the top players in the world to join me on these videos and discuss their insights into these plays. That alone is worth the membership to the USBGF, in my opinion, and many others. So again, once in a while I'm going to give you a teaser, like a free one like this, but go to the website, usbgf.org, join the organization. There's a tremendous amount of other benefits, and you're supporting an organization that is doing a tremendous amount working with other federations around the world to advance the game of backgammon and help the game grow in a good, healthy, strong way, which we all love. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.